Y'all already know what's going on, and y'all already know how I do my reaction videos. I'm about to get back on these reaction videos, try and get some more content out for y'all, some more vlogs, you know what I'm saying? Y'all put in the comment section what y'all want to see, or send links in the comment what videos y'all want me to react to, and y'all already know how I do my videos, my reaction videos. I don't pause, listen to the story, and that's my reaction video, you feel me? So it's basically what I be watching on YouTube. Basically, whatever I react to is what I watch on a daily basis. Really, so we just gonna get into it. Shout out to Hood 87, 187. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna get into the video. Just give shout outs to the person who made the video I'm reacting to. Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of Hood 187. In today's video, I will be detailing the story of Connor Huckabee, also known as K. Brazy.
Well, the court records show Connor Huckabee's murder
And all my videos done from my phone. Back in.
part of a gang war between the United Aryan Brothers and the Bloods.
Connor Huckabee was born in 1995 in Texas, but would spend most of his life in Shawnee, Oklahoma. This is where Connor would begin to become affiliated with several kids claiming gangs in the area. But Connor wasn't like the other kids he hung out with. He came from a nice family and lived in a quiet middle-class neighborhood in Wewoka before moving to Shawnee. Connor went to Seminole State College and had a pretty good life. So when Connor started getting into the gang scene in Shawnee, no one understood why. He usually hung out with stoners and country kids and stayed out of trouble, looking like the average suburban kid or MGK stan. But soon people noticed he was experimenting with drugs, and that's when things started changing for him. People remember Connor going to Oklahoma City a lot and would start calling himself a trapper. This is where Connor's fascination with the Bloods likely began, since Oklahoma City is known for being Baby Cali and the only city in the entire state to follow Cali politics. After a while, Connor moved to Shawnee and started spending time with the local gangs. He befriended them with his connections through selling drugs and partying together. And Connor would eventually earn a reputation with law enforcement as a trapper. He was initially alleged to sell weed, but later moved on to harder drugs like fentanyl and pills, trying to make his presence known in Oklahoma's drug trade. But this wouldn't go as planned, because by the time Connor...
I know I'm pausing, I know I said I don't do this, but I am at work. Well, I'm not at work yet. I ain't even clocked in. If y'all hear noise in the background, like I said, I do my videos from my phone, reaction videos, vlogs, all that, editing, all that on my phone. But like I said, I'm about to get ready to go to work before this video get posted. Y'all, I'm at work if you ain't anything in the background.
Was 20 years old, he found himself in legal trouble. While visiting Maud, he got arrested for marijuana possession. And just 3 months later, he was arrested again in Shawnee for possession of a controlled substance. By his third arrest, Connor had begun getting blood gang tattoos, though he wasn't an official member yet. While locked up, Connor became affiliated with the Murder One Bloods and started going by the name K. Brazy. Some people called Connor a jailhouse blood. This means he was affiliated with the Bloods only while in jail, but Connor would dedicate his life to being the biggest damu in Shawnee, which caused him to get the wrong kind of attention.
A gang war, court records reveal, has been going on since 2019, turning deadly in Oklahoma City.
In 2018, Connor would officially get his put on to the 77 Murder One Bloods. He got the number 77 tattooed on his neck, which connects to the Murder One Bloods, a large branch off from the 77th clique of the Inglewood family Bloods. The Murder One Bloods in Shawnee were the first blood gang to establish themselves in the town, and they control the area around West Farrell Street. They would have a violent rivalry with the UAB, especially while locked up. Over the last couple of decades, Shawnee's large Native American community has seen the formation of gangs, but with a 71% white population, a 4% black population, and a 13% Native American population, Shawnee has become a hotspot for the Universal Aryan Brotherhood to recruit and expand its influence across Oklahoma. The UAB is a neo-Nazi white supremacist gang and is active not only in Oklahoma, but also in other states. While inspired by the original Aryan Brotherhood, the UAB operates independently as its own entity. Unlike...
I guess I'm about to start this new thing. I'm gonna pause a little bit, say a little something, but that's why I ain't getting that gangbang, man. It's too much politics, too much. You can't do this, you can't do that. Yeah, that's why I don't affiliate myself with no gangbanging.
traditional gangs like the Bloods and Crips. The UAB doesn't claim a specific neighborhood, but instead functions across county lines. This makes it difficult for law enforcement to track Aryan members. Unless identified by their distinctive gang markings, it's impossible to know who belongs to the gang.
And you just never know what's going on in certain parts of the world, like Texas, Mississippi, New York, Chicago, unless you really into that, you know what I'm saying? So that's, I watch all them type of videos, so I really know I don't know what's going on, but you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You in South Carolina and you somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? You never know.
The Universal Aryan Brotherhood will have a significant influence all throughout Oklahoma and beef with the West Side Native Crips, 456 Piru, and the Murder One Bloods. The rivalry between the UAB and the Bloods and Crips has been fierce for years, especially with the Murder Ones. High-ranking UAB members started recruiting new members, but to join, they had to kill a Blood member. In 2020, Jordan Shaw was a new member of the UAB and found himself in a heated confrontation with Connor while they were both locked up. The UAB had been keeping a close eye on Connor because he was a white man in a black gang, viewing him as a race traitor. They would then put the green light on Connor and order Jordan to do whatever he could to get rid of Connor. In 2021, the UAB would make their move. Connor was at his lowest and was rumored to be battling a drug addiction. While fighting his habit, Connor was still trapping and selling large amounts of fentanyl. The UAB saw this as an opportunity and took it. Danielle Val would message Kay Brazy on Facebook about buying large amounts of fentanyl from Connor. Not thinking anything of it, Connor agreed to meet her in the parking lot of a hotel he was staying at. The plan was to get into Danielle's truck, drive away from cameras, and do the exchange in private. But what Connor didn't know is Danielle was part of the Universal Brotherhood. But when Connor got into Danielle's truck, he realized it was a setup. He tried to fight back, but was overpowered. The UAB members held him at gunpoint, put him in a headlock, and drove him to a quiet road at Southwest 44th Street and Richland Road. That's when Dominic would fire 2 shots into Connor's stomach, and Jordan Shaw would make Connor disrespect the Murder One Blood gang before shooting Connor in the head with a rifle. 11 people were eventually picked up in connection with the murder of Kay Brazy, with the main members receiving the harshest punishments. But while police were investigating the shooting, they later found out that the UAB went to one of their members' houses that night to get paid and celebrate the death of the White Blood.
She paid them for their role in the murder. The new members arrested are charged with murder in the first degree, kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit a felony.
She would also get picked up and charged in connection with the murder. Jordan Shaw would get 4 life sentences and 5 years for gang affiliation. But the war between the Murder One Bloods and UAB is still ongoing within Oklahoma's prison system, with it remaining unknown if the Murder One Bloods ever retaliated for Kay Brazy. Connor's story would air on the news in 2021 and would go viral on a prison channel called Lockdown 23 and 1 in 2022. He would talk about Kay Brazy's murder and give his thoughts on white guys joining black gangs.
Now, the night that the murder took place, Mr. Huckabee was staying inside of his Metro hotel room here. While sitting in his room, he was Facebook messaging a female that was coming to pick him up in a pickup truck. Well, it turns out this pickup truck was probably going to be his last ride. And this is the young girl that he was waiting to meet up with. I'm not going to lie, she looks extremely sketch. I ain't getting in no pickup truck with this jank, man. Look at the damn tattoos. They don't even look real. But now another huge factor about this whole story is the area, location, prison system. I mean, Oklahoma is a little more towards the west, so those white organizations in prison are a lot more structured. Over here in Virginia, let's say you're a white blood, you're going into the prison system. You're not going to have to worry about any of the Aryans for the most part. You're going to have to worry about people from your own organization. There's going to be people that are going to embrace it and be like, yeah, man, this dude's legit. And there's going to be people that are going to look at you with pure hate. So be ready for it, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. And when you are claiming that organization, chances are sooner or later, somewhere down the road, you're going to see some kind of animosity strictly because of your skin color.
As of January 2nd, 2025, Connor Huckabye's family has chosen to remain silent regarding his murder and any gang affiliations, making a conscious effort to stay out of the media spotlight. They have not publicly commented on the incident or the circumstances surrounding it. Connor's story is the perfect example of why if you weren't born into this life, you shouldn't go searching to be a part of it. Most of the time, it doesn't end how you expect. But while white bloods do exist, most of them get put off the set by other bloods or are dealt with by the racist white gangs behind the wall. Not everyone can be 1090 Jake. Thanks for watching another episode of Hood 187.